the $25 billion run rate. Amazon Web Services just hit a $25 billion AI revenue run rate, pulling off the hardest trick in tech right now, expanding profit margins while detonating capital expenditure. In Q2 2026, AWS grew revenue by 37% to $42.2 billion. While competitors try to sell Wall Street on future AI returns, Andy Jassy is proving the cloud infrastructure model can monetize generative workloads today. But to understand the unit economics behind this growth, you have to look at the massive hole Amazon just blew in its own balance sheet. The $220 billion bill. Amazon just raised its 2026 capital expenditure forecast to $220 billion. That scale of purchasing pushed their trailing 12-month free cash flow into a $7.6 billion deficit. At almost any other company, burning cash at that rate triggers an immediate stock sell-off. But AWS operating margins actually expanded to 39.4%. They are monetizing the hardware faster than they can rack it. The mechanism here is custom silicon. Think of it like building your own power grid instead of renting electricity from a monopoly. By aggressively steering workloads onto their proprietary Trainium and Graviton processors, which hit their own $25 billion run rate, AWS avoids the premium margin tax charged by external GPU vendors. Amazon captures the entire hardware profit pool and hands developers cheaper inference costs. But escaping the vendor bottleneck just exposes a much harder physical constraint. What this actually means. The non-obvious reality behind that $220 billion CapEx bill and the booming AI run rate is that the hyperscaler wars are now entirely about supply chain physics, not software models. Amazon's financial results prove that enterprise customers prioritize predictable inference pricing over having the absolute smartest frontier model. By vertically integrating from the processor up, Amazon transforms massive capital expenditures directly into operating margin, insulating themselves from third-party pricing power. For investors and cloud operators, this permanently changes the baseline. Generative AI infrastructure is no longer a speculative bet. It is a proven, high-margin utility business provided you own the silicon stack. The immediate counterargument is the risk of stranded capital. Hardware iteration is brutal, and a single miscalculation on their next chip architecture could leave AWS with billions in obsolete server racks. The specific indicator to watch is their $496 billion contracted backlog. If that backlog growth flattens in Q3 or Q4, it signals that power and capacity constraints are finally choking off their silicon advantage. Subscribe for more.